meeting for Lamar County Schools. As always, we'll start off with prayer. Ms. Shay Farmer is going to lead us in prayer.
Amen. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to represent the Lamar County School District. I pray that you will bless this meeting. Ask for wisdom and guidance that we make the best decisions for our school district. Thank you for the many blessings you've given us, and I pray that you continue to bless and protect each and every one of us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Join me in pledge. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we have our meeting procedures, which basically just says if you haven't already been approved to speak tonight, then you will not be heard. You can always request that through the central office. So that will bring us down to item 4. That will be the approval of the general agenda as presented.
Make a motion if we approve.
All right, motion. Second. All in favor?
All right.
And that passes. I like the format, by the way. I like that. All right, down to item 5. We have the approval of the minutes from the February 10th, 2026 meeting.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Unanimous. Next, the approval of the monthly financial report for January 2026.
Are y'all tonight?
Good.
All right. So, a couple things for you tonight. So, the first thing you see in your packet, we have our normal statement of fund balances, our revenue and expenditure report, the bank recs, and the cash flow for district payments. So, as you can see, we're in excellent shape across all funds. Particular to note, being the January financials that we have here, that is the first collection of ad valorem. We rely on ad valorem for a lot of our operations, and we are right on target with ad valorem that we would expect. Now, we've already received the February ad valorem in the office, and you'll see that next month in the financials, and again, we're getting right where we should be. But just remember, and we'll talk about this in the May budget work session, ad valorem for the county starts in October. So the new amounts that we requested and the new millage rates, we've only been collecting those for 4 months. So we've still got some catching up to do there. Secondly, I know Dr. Quick will mention this later, but the business office has had a busy month since we last met. Over the past month, we've met with all 17 principals and the sped department to start the budget in earnest. So you're going to approve later tonight in the consent agenda all of the certified recommendations for next year. So we're going to push the button in the morning on approximately 850 certified contracts. So that is some heavy lifting by a lot of people. So thankful to everyone that participated in that. Just as a side note, if the legislature, when the legislature enacts a pay raise, we'll bring that salary scale back to you, and then we will republish those contracts. Okay. So if you're talking to anybody in the community that's a teacher, just remember we publish those electronically. They go through their employee portals and they sign them electronically. They can opt out if they so choose, but we do that through the employee portal, and they have to be on campus behind the firewall. And then lastly, just to kind of give you a roadmap of what the business office is doing. In April, we will meet with the departments, and that really helps us zero in on the budget. In May, we traditionally have a work session. So hopefully by then, we will have a number from the state that'll let us really zero in on where we're going with this. We'll have a work session. We'll present it in June, and then traditionally you guys vote on it in July. So that's our budget roadmap that we're looking at now. So, questions?
Sir, appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jason. All right, so we're looking for a motion for approval of the monthly financial report.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor? And that passes. Approval of accounts payable claims document.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? All right, approval of CTE program change request for 26-27 school year.
A little bit of information on that. We're, as we have in the past several years, still trying to reallocate some of our units and request an additional assistant director for our CTE program because they have gotten so large and with our district our size. And then also also requesting reallocate units to get some more word-based learning from that. Kelly, did I say that right?
You did.
All right. So just ask that you approve that so we can send that in.
Okay.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. All right, approval to use C-Spire state contract for fiber at the new high schools.
Real quick on that, C-Spire has a state contract for fiber. We have our entire contract with Unity Fiber that provides to our entire district. And just, we think from an economic standpoint, it suits us better and everyone better for us to use C-Spire for the 1 year that we have remaining on our contract when we open the new schools. So Ross is taking care of doing all the legwork on that, and made that recommendation, just asked that you approve so we can go with C-Spire for the new Summerall High and New Purpose High School.
Okay. Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor? And that passes. All right, request for approval of MOU between Mississippi School for the Deaf and Blind and Lamar County School District. Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. All right, next, request for approval of MOU between Pearl River Community College and Lamar County School District.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? All right, next, request to advertise bids for sanitation services and material waste removal.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. Request to advertise for playground improvements at BES, SES, LLE, and PLE.
Motion.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say real quick, y'all have already approved of advertising that, but we have made some adjustments to our scope of work and all, so that's why we're coming back and asking for that. We just, when we got to the schools, we noticed some different things that we needed to do.
Okay.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Request to extend agreement with ESS South Central LLC for substitute staffing services.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next, request to pay Ms. Robinson a school safety specialist supplement in the amount of $5,400 for services rendered between November 10th and February 27th.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. Deputy Chief Robinson has stepped in when Chief Hill has been out with serving the country with the Guards. She's been in D.C. And the Deputy Chief has stepped in and stepped up. Her and her team have done a great job to meet his absence. But, other departments, when people are out, we can usually spread the love and everybody pick up and carry. But Taneria has had to, she can't really do that in their department and what they do. And so because of that, we just wanted to recognize her for what she has done and for stepping up in there. And we just took, a number of days, and we may be coming back to you later when we find out exactly when she feels coming back. But we just wanted to show her our appreciation for what she's done and stepping in and serving as the chief while she's gone.
Yeah, very well deserved.
Absolutely.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. All right, next, permission to reconfigure Lumberton schools effective 26-27 school year.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do here with Lumberton is they're growing. We've actually added a teacher unit at elementary school this year and and some adjustments in the second grade because we had to add a teacher unit in kindergarten and adjustments in second grade there to help with the increased numbers. We're actually adding a teacher unit for the upcoming school year because of their growth. And so what we're trying to do though, right now, Lumberton Elementary is pre-K through 6th grade and the high school is classified 7 through 12. We're asking to move the 6th grade under the configuration of the high school. So you've got all 6th grade is considered secondary when it comes to curriculum, to our handbook. It also helps redistribute the population. And so Lumberton Elementary would just be pre-K through 5th, and now Lumberton High School would serve both the middle and the high school grades. Mr. Holmes and Ms. Ruth have done an excellent job of working together. That one big campus and the 2 campuses that they have there, and they've been communicating through, and it's just think it's going to make a more seamless transition for our kids and just better for both individuals to have those configurations. And it fits all our other schools when it comes to testing and, like I said, curriculum, and just better lining things up.
Makes sense.
It just makes sense. Anybody have any other questions? All right.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. Funding request for Metricin Towers weapons detections. You
Motion.
want to speak to this real quick? Just kind of the blunt.
Yeah, this and the next item are both for our preparation for our daily screening at our secondary schools. Again, I told you with the absence of Chief Hill and kind of some things got changed in our bidding, we had to go back and separate. So this is actually, we had the reverse auction for the weapons detection system, and that's just approval for us to go ahead and purchase these.
Your motion.
Second.
All in favor? And that passes. Funding request for Open Gate Systems weapons detection.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? And that passes, sorry. Superintendent's report.
All right, the first item that I've got here does require a vote. This is a resolution for the sale and issue of the remainder of our general obligation bond for the $117 million bond issue that was voted on. Last June, we did take out approximately $100 million of that 117, and now we're asking to work with Mr. Jim Young, our attorney, and the rest of the team there to get the additional $17 million there so we can complete our projects. And so we just need your approval to have this resolution so we can move forward. We're probably keeping the same timeline, and that correct, Chase, where we'd be in June selling the remainder of those bonds.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor? And that passes.
Thank you. Just following up with construction, let's give you some construction updates. If you've been in Purvis, you see concrete to the additional part. So lots of work going on in Purvis. The weather's probably slowed summer all down a little bit. They will, at our last OAC meeting, they will converge in the middle and be pretty much tit for tat at both locations here probably in the next 8 to 12 weeks. We should start seeing steel hopefully going up in the next 6 weeks, if not sooner, at both sites. And so really proud of the way it's going. The architect is complimentary of the contractor is complimentary of the architect, so we've got a really good thing going at both the schools there. A lot different look at both places since we had groundbreaking.
I bet.
Last month. But again, they were all very complimentary of the groundbreaking, and so it's probably one of the best that they've ever attended. So I want to say just kudos to Liz Dominion and her work for helping with those events. Do have a timeline for Oak Grove Middle. Feel like this is a pretty solidified timeline of the first advertisement of bids on March the 26th, with hopefully second advertisement pre-bid followed and bid opening on April the 23rd. Talking with the architectural team, that's when we're looking at that timeline. We would probably have a special call board meeting the week after that to hopefully approve the bid for that project and move forward. So, for construction, again, everything is rocking and rolling there. We're glad about that. I did mention last month about the Boys and Girls Club possibility in Lumberton. Mr. Norton has MOUs with the Boys and Girls Club. He's reviewing those, and we'll probably hopefully be bringing those to you next month to approve that, to get that off the ground, and their hopes are to get that rolling for the following school year. Cool. So I know the mayor of Lumberton is excited in the Boys and Girls Club, and we are as well, talking to our principals and how that can help those community of Lumberton and Baxterville, and possibly even coming north, Purvis, Oak Grove, and Summerall. Miss Jenny, you want to talk briefly about looking at USM and changing their residency placements with AmeriCorps? You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Briefly.
In the past, we've had teacher residents, we call them interns, and basically it's a true internship for student teaching, where we pay them a little salary to come and student teach with us for the entire year, and there's some benefit to them getting to see the beginning of the year, the end of the year. USM reached out to us that they are going to merge that internship program with AmeriCorps teaching, and actually through this, there's a grant through USM, and our portion is much less of what we have to pay, and we've put out there that we're interested in having 5 in our district, if we can find them. So.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited about that. We'll most likely have an MOU either in April or the May board meeting to go along with that, but we just got that information within the last week, and we'll share that with you. Spring break starts next Thursday. I know everybody is really excited about that, especially when there's a lot of schools on spring break in the surrounding area around us right now. But it'll be great. We'll have another all admin meeting on Thursday the 19th, and so excited to get everybody together. We very rarely can we get all administrators together in lots going on in the extracurricular world. Got lots of our teams dance and cheer that competed and won in nationals in all the communities there, choir, show choir. Also want to say congrats to soccer, boys soccer in Summerall won the 5A state championship, so kudos to them. And then Chase alluded to this earlier, that we have met with all of our principals over the last month with a bunch of meetings and preparation for personnel that we will present. I'll just take the opportunity to tell you thank you for that when we get to that point, allowing us to go ahead and do this and issue contracts this early. In the 24 years that I've done this, contracts used to didn't go out till April, May, most likely May, and then it just kept getting earlier and earlier. And while I think we're at a good point, a good time, I think we're like one of the last in the Pine Belt area. When people just see it gets earlier and earlier. One colleague on the coast said that their sister district issued theirs in January this year. And I was like, wow. So anyway, we're excited to be able to offer our employees their contracts for next year tomorrow after the approval. There's no issues with that. So just thank you for that. Gave us a good insight with our principals of what's going on in their buildings, not only academically, but then we looked at physical. They noticed some things that we're going to put on our list to take care of over the summer, improvements. A lot of those will be taken care of with the additions and openings of the new high schools and the middle school. Then there's some other things that we just want to go around and need facelifts, and we're going to continue, like you saw there, the playground projects. We're also looking at finishing up some bathrooms that didn't get done, and some of the bathroom renovations that needed across the district, and some other things. So principals are steadily interviewing, getting ready to replace those staff if we don't get contracts or we know that people aren't coming. Talking about interviews, I want to recognize Alice and her team. We had a very successful career fair, job fair last Thursday at Bellevue Elementary. We didn't have the participation that we wanted, but it's kind of what we expected from talking to surrounding districts. And so it makes it even more beneficial to be able to issue contracts at this time so we can try to get the best that we can, because it's just, there's not as many out there. But the career fair was really good. We had a lot of good participation in our schools. We're happy to be there and did a really good job of having those conversations and getting ready to interview. And last thing, you'll see I gave you a copy of the 25-26 demographic study by Mr. Smith. We received those in the mail over the past week. Just as you peruse through there, you'll show a lot of different things. And if you look through it and you have any questions, let me know, because he will be down later this spring and wants to meet me and talk about our district and where we're going with that. I'll just note, if you look on page 106 and following, it'll talk about our capacity and our projected enrollments, and just noting some potential overcrowding situations, but that we already are aware of and are going to address through our opening of these new buildings and stuff. So we'll take this to our team and use to go around this summer to nail down a plan of when we do open Summerall High School, Purvis High School, what we're going to do with those existing campuses and how to relocate or repurpose or whatever it is that we're going to do with those buildings. So. And that's all that I have, unless y'all have any questions or any comments.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Board Attorney matters?
I've only got one item. I took it upon myself to investigate the relationship of our contract that we have with the city of Hattiesburg and with the Lamar County Board of Supervisors by going out to the tennis courts this afternoon. And I watched Lumberton and Oak Grove compete, and I looked at the sign for the Purvis tennis team that was using the same course, and there was probably 100 people out there or more this afternoon from Purvis. I went from Lumberton and Oak Grove today, but other day it would be Purvis. So it's one of the best things that has come out with the last few years with the supervisors working with the district, working with the city of Hattiesburg. I know there's some plans for expansions, sure, of that area. They're really exciting, but it was really a lot of fun. I didn't charge you for it. I just thought.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. What a guy.
I'm sure you'll make up for it another way.
That's right. That's right.
We'll move on.
Ray on top of me.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt.
Like Randolph, don't you?
No doubt. No doubt. Thanks, Rick. All right, Mr. Sidney.
Yeah, just a few items. The first one is to approve some tree removal in Mr. Blakeney's front yard, it's leased 128. I went out and did a site visit, took some pictures, got the forester, because I have a report, just to say the same thing. It's
Yep.
pulpwood at most, safety concern, leaning over the road, so I told him that any expenses are on him, so he's aware, and he's good to go, so.
All right, we'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes.
The second item is approve, to publish and bid out a hunting and fishing lease. It's lease number 674, and this is just to state, this is the fox pen lease that we've been discussing a little bit, so it comes up, in April, early April.
All right. Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes.
And then the last one is to approve a hunting and fishing lease to Sanford and Anda Lindsay due to safety concerns. This is lease 726.
And I mentioned that the Valencias have a 10-acre residential lease, and then this parcel surrounds their house. They've had the lease for a long time. There was some confusion. They didn't pay for a while and canceled it. Trouble when we bid it out, they were traumatized. And Kevin and I take the position that if it's a small lease, small in size, and it's in a residential area, or close to residential area, no more, you don't do it at all, or we give it to the person who has the residence. And that way we generate the revenue. We're still growing pine trees on it. We're still gonna get the hunting lease on it. We'll cut the trees when we get ready. But they have the security and safety of knowing that nobody else is gonna be hunting on their property, close to it.
And I would like to say that the minimum is $8 an acre for this, and then we're charging our proposed, I told them this, but I'm gonna charge them $12.65 an acre for this lease.
Okay.
So roughly $885
Okay.
for 70 acres.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. All right, next, we are gonna swap it up a little bit, so check your calendar, set the next regular meeting April 7th here at Pioneer, 6 p.m. Everybody good? Make a motion, we set the meeting for April 7th.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Sounds like you got something.
Yeah, he had something planned, yeah. And that, all right, we are to the consent agenda. Mr. Slade, do you have any questions about the consent agenda? Mr. LaFan?
No questions.
Ms. Farmer?
No question.
All right, I will entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes. Y'all got a lot of contracts to send out. That's right. All right, we are we all the way to other now?
Yes, sir.
All right, I am going to step out and recuse. Mr. LaFane's going to take over.
All right, under other, item A, we have the rental of a lift for the heater unit at LCCTE at a cost of $761.25 from Parish Tractor, thus him excusing himself, to be paid from facilities funds at an alternate quote, bucket rental of $881.40. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that passes. And then we have an employment,
It's just a personnel employment, that we're, employee, school
it
nurse.
stays out. This is him too.
Yeah, this is, to approve an employee for, school nurse.
Yeah, okay. All right. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No. All right. That's fine. All right.
Yeah, you mind asking?
All right. So we are down to 25, to consider an executive session for personnel matters, and some litigation matters. Motion to be considered executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
And that passes.
Make a motion, we enter executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes. We are in executive session. Thank y'all for coming.
That was just.
Sure.